Hey everybody, and welcome back to another preview of the Vintage Black Lion weapon box. I have in store for us today the Bioluminescent and branded weapon skin previews. I'm actually really excited about this because I love the branded mount skins, and Bioluminescent anything is super cool, so I'm excited to get into it. As of November 22nd, 2024, the Vintage Black Lion weapon box is going for just under 53 gold. Now, a couple of weeks ago, it had skyrocketed to about 69 gold after a new set was added, but it's nice to see the prices come back down as of this time. This is a 57 set, 10 miscellaneous skin gamble. So you can get this weapons chest if you would want, and then you may get anything that might be as low as 16 gold or some cases as high as 300 gold, depending on which skin you get, or you can just keep it for yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Scroll down past the ones we've done before. Onto the bioluminescent. Here we are. Starting off with the Warhorn skin. No preview here. Here it is in the hand. And weapon only. That's quite neat. I wonder if that's meant to look like branches or if it is meant to look like coral. Like metal coral, I guess. Very, very cool. I like this little glowy orb here. Alrighty, torch skin. No preview. In the hand. I love that. That fire animation feels very phosphorescent, I guess. I love how it goes down the handle as well. That's very, very nice. Super cool. Alright. Now for the single-handed sword skin. That's amazing. That is fantastic. I will look up how much this costs for itself on the Black Lion Trading Post later, because I would absolutely wield this on one of my characters. What a gorgeous design this is. From the shape of the blade to the way it glows, how the weird coral branches go to the inside of the metal versus wrapping around, makes a lot of sense and is actually very cool. I love that. On to the staff. It is what you'd expect from a staff, and it is not disappointing at all. This is great. I like how the ball is at the bottom and at the top. Yeah, that's just very cool looking and very simple. Not overdone. Fantastic. Onto the short bow skin. Okay. Oh, that's delicate looking. That's really cool. I feel like they follow a pattern of right above where the handhold is, putting their focal piece, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a pattern that I've noticed. This is very, very delicate looking. I would have expected something a little bigger, but I'm not mad about it. It's quite pretty. Alrighty, onto the shield. Curious to see what they've done with this. It almost looks like those are wrapped around the metal, and the metal looks to be a little corroded or eaten away. That's what I'm going to go with here. Very neat design. I love the little branches that are coming off of it. They still managed to incorporate the glowing orb as well. Overall, pretty nice piece. Alrighty, on to the scepter. Okay. That's actually pretty cute. I don't know what I was expecting. I love the little, I guess there's 3 little balls here that look like they're rotating against each other. That's quite cute. And the little one down here at the bottom. This is a cute piece to me. Very pretty, very sculpture-y. You'd see it in an art gallery, probably. Onto the rifle skin. Let's see what they've done here. You know what? I like it. I like this. That is one of the neater rifle skins I've seen. Yeah, okie doke. I like how they wrapped it around. I feel like they didn't go too crazy. They went just crazy enough. And weapon only. Yeah, very, very cool. I can see if you picked this up off the bottom of the ocean. I don't know, maybe a mermaid handed it to you. Onto the pistol skin. Let's see if they can get the magic twice. Not the best pistol skin that I've seen, I don't think. I prefer the rifle skin over this. It feels a little messy in how they put the little orbs, but that is just my opinion. You may have a different one. If you do have a different one, actually, let me know in the comments below. Onto the mace skin. Less glowy than the others. There's some iridescence to the head of it with those little particles coming off, but I don't see the orb that we've consistently seen with the other ones. It almost looks like there's some bioluminescence or some like inside of a shell kind of effect to it. It's very pretty. It's interesting that they didn't find a way to incorporate that little ball that they've had in almost every other piece, I think. Onto the longbow skin. Okie dokie. Oh, it's interesting that it looks like there's like a little blade inside these branches up the top, and then of course we have our little floating orb friend. I wonder if that's meant to look like a piece of shell that is glowing. That's another pretty bowskin. I feel like it's very hard to go wrong with a bowskin. Onto the hammer. Oh, that's pretty. I like that little detail on the head of the hammer. That's kind of gorgeous. Yeah, definitely like this skin. Very, very neat. Very, very pretty to wield. I wonder if this set, if you have it, if you're out in the world in dark places, I wonder if it casts a little bit of glow around you. I would imagine that it does, but I wonder if it would light for other people. Like, how bright are these? Any of the glowing things in darker areas in the game. Onto the greatsword skin. Oh, that's pretty. Yes, okay. They're killing it with the sword skins for this set. Fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 little glowy balls. Fantastic. I love the shape of this, and I continue to love that they put these little branches, or whatever you want to call them, on the inside of the blade. That's just cool. That's neat to me. Alrighty, onto the focus. Interesting, no preview. It's kind of what I expected for a focus being in how it's carried over the hand. But I love how much glow they've packed into such a small weapon. Look at that. I would hang that on my wall as like some weird disco nightlight. Alrighty, dagger skin. Do they do it again? It looks like a teeny tiny sword. Still gorgeous, absolutely pretty, very elegant. That blade looks like it would hurt you. No complaints here. I really, really like this. I guess there's not enough space to put a full rotating glowing orb, but they did put a nice big glowy bit here in the middle. That's very nice. And last but not least, the axe skin. That's beautiful. What a pretty set this is. What a beautiful set this is. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. I would like to have pretty much any skin from this set. Absolutely gorgeous. And as a reminder, you can buy things that are unlocked from the Vintage Black Lion weapon box in the trading post for whatever they're currently going for. So if you unlock something from this and you choose to keep it, great. But if you choose to sell it, you can. Moving on to the branded. I'm excited, but I'm apprehensive because this could potentially go one of two ways. They could be way overdone, or they could be just right and very cool. Let's find out together. Starting with the Warhorn. No preview for you. Here it is in the hand. Actually a little prettier than I was expecting. I don't know if I'm in love with it. I get the idea. If you've played this part of the game, you know branded are very purple stone spikes. Not in love. Don't hate it either. Kind of neutral. Onto the torch skin. No preview for you. in the hand, and weapon only. I like the motion on these. I like how they've got a lot of movement, and I think that that is pretty cool. I do definitely like that. Okay, moving on to the single-handed sword skin. Oh, that's cool. What? All right. So it looks like the power is what's keeping that blade in place. I don't know how stable that is. I feel like in Forged in Fire, this would not pass the safety tests. But that's very, very neat. Super cool. Alrighty, onto the staff. This is a cool piece. This may be my favorite so far. Again, with the motion here and down the bottom, all the animation put into this set so far. Very, very cool. Yeah, you're going to hear me say that probably too many times. Oh, we just did that one. So onto the short bow skin. How will they make things float? Everything is shattered. Everything is shattered in this set. This looks very video gamey. I know this is a video game, but I almost feel like it's like an anime video game. You'd have a weapon like this. Might be these little curvy spiky bits at the end. On to the shield skin. Okay, a little underwhelming from the front. Not my favorite shield skin. It reminds me a little of the branded roller beetle skin in how spiky it is. Not my favorite shield skin. Animation is still cool. I'm not ever going to knock points for the floaty bits. Alright, on to the scepter skin. It looks like rock candy. Again with the motion here. So I see these tend to be a pretty plain base and then the fancy glowy bit versus like the whole piece being fancy. I don't know if I like or dislike that yet. Onto the rifle skin. That is a tiny rifle. Okay, that looks more like a shotgun to me. Again, not necessarily a bad thing, just not what I was expecting. How interesting. So if this is the rifle and it's tiny, how small is the pistol skin? Oh, oh look at it. It's so little. This is actually a really beautiful grip here. These pieces are cool from what I can see of the metal. It reminds me of a disjointed needler from Halo. And I can't unsee it. Onto the mace, which should be fairly sick. Yes. This is great. Love this mace skin. I like that it's disjointed, but still also a mace. This is cool. This is a good application of branded crystals. Onto the longbow skin. Please be pretty, please be pretty. That is pretty. It's a pretty longbow skin. Again, I feel like it's really hard to go wrong with bow skins. I like that they have not included big metal swoopy swoops at the end of this one. That's a gorgeous bow skin. Very, very cool. Alright, on to the hammer. This looks like it would hurt to carry. Most of them do, though, to be fair. They hit you about the back of the head when your character is carrying them. This is a very, very cool skin. I wonder if it has an effect in-game when you swing it, when it hits something that is matching to the branded aesthetic it has going. I like how it's broken on both ends. That's pretty cool. Alright, on to the greatsword skin. Another cool greatsword skin. I love how spiky it is. I love this strip down the blade of where it's broken and then the energy is just kind of holding it together. I maybe would have liked a little less ornamentation right around the handle or the hilt, but that's just personal preference. This is still a very cool set. On to the focus. No hand preview. Tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Oh my goodness. You know, okay. this might seem underwhelming to a lot of people, but I think this is great. I love how it just kind of wraps around the hand and turns your hand into the focus. Yeah, I like that. Onto the dagger. Again with the shattered blade, floaty crystals. I think that this lends itself to the blades maybe a little better than the rounder objects, but that is my personal opinion. And last but not least, the axe skin. I love me a double-bladed axe. It is weird and disconcerting that it is broken in the middle and held together by power, but at the same time, pretty cool. Overall, I think this is a pretty decent set. It is not my favorite, and I had to pick between that and the Bioluminescent. I'd absolutely be picking from the Bioluminescent set. I would love to hear in the comments what you all think, what you all liked or disliked, and if you thought I had any hot takes, I'm more than welcome to, more than happy to listen to them. So please, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for any future videos, and then I look forward to seeing you in the next one.